Every week that I advertise fresh lettuce, fresh vegetables, fresh peppers, the first question is it organic? Look at that view out there. I mean, you can't beat this view. Middle of the day. No, not Trina over there as my finger like highlights it. But look at that view. It's amazing. Nice hot day. So we did lettuce in the field. We did it off season, right? Because it's hot where we're at, where other places are warming up. It was okay. This one didn't do as good in the field, but profitability wise, it was worth it. It was really good. That doesn't excuse me for not uploading videos for like 60 days. One, it was kind of a test to see if I could reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you like the channel, give me a like, a subscribe, comment down below, ask me any questions, and together we can grow this channel. So it doesn't give me an excuse for that, but you know, I have a project that I've been working on, and just got busy. Life got in the way. I didn't stop farming. I just didn't find any videos that were really worth uploading because I don't want to jump the gun on this future project that I have that I think will be great for the channel and great for the viewer, which is, you know, why I do this channel. It's not for me. It's actually to give back. So I just wanted to announce it, but I just was like, you know what, I'll wait. So still haven't got the approval of the project, but once I get the approval, we'll be able to hopefully share it. You know, that's the best way. So in here, I'm going to work on some consulting with vanilla from another grower who's had good success getting vanilla going. So these guys are adapted up here. So that's the update on vanilla. The next update, you'll notice that jalapeno and habanero have performed extremely well the hotter the temperature has been. We're talking like 30 to, let's say, 40 C at the hottest. They've been doing really good. But their lifespan has kind of, their usefulness has kind of ended for me. It's time to move on and go into cucumber and move into zucchini, right? We'll get some summer squash in the late part of the season. I didn't stagger it well. Well, I didn't stagger it well because habanero and jalapeno have just really performed really good. This is probably a nutrient deficiency there, but some of the plants that did really good, and I really like to highlight that this one grew really well in terms of like actual final production. It was only because it got hot, and that's why you see a lot of the wiltiness and some of the other ones that are dying. You start seeing me intercrop, and as I'm phasing out salacious, because you can see that it's kind of reached its end peak, that's as far as I can push an organic seed. After that, you know, it is nature's going to take over and do its thing. So that's why I haven't really been doing a lot of things, but I've been recording and watching, and now we're already in flowering. Looks like we already have our first set of cucumber, so our first wave. And cucumber is a very fast crop, so I got to manage it. But you can see jalapenos kind of like reached its peak. It's going to be sunset, and then in between I'm going to remove out all of these guys and plant zucchini. So I'll have nice cucurbits going in here for another like cycle, and then of course vanilla. But this is mainly just to get vanilla acclimatized to the harsh conditions of living up here versus down, because they really like a sea level climate, which is odd, but it makes sense from the native part where they actually grow. But you can see that jalapeno has been fighting through. This is one of my best trees. It finally passed away last week, so you can see that they're getting much smaller fruit and they're just not as thrilled. It could also be that I adjusted a little bit of the nutrient program, but you can see that you can't push a crop past its economical life, because otherwise you're going to spend more on amendments than you are in actually getting yield, where it's normally cheaper if you just kill the crop, cycle it onto a new crop. And that's what I've really been practicing. Is I already have zucchini seedlings ready to go, so all I have to do is say, hey, get rid of this, broad fork it, rake it up, mound it up, and then boom, replant. So within a week we already have another crop in the ground. But I'm not seeing anything to write home about on this. They're definitely way smaller, so I think this will be its twilight, and we'll just move it out from there. It could be anything, but these guys lasted from July transplant all the way until, what is it, April. So just the start of April. That's not bad, and I've been pulling out harvest every week. So overall I think it was a good plant, a good variety. But let's move on. Let's change the soil, and let's go from there. All right, I'm trying to also do continuous shots. So that's one of the big things that I'm really working on with videos, is so it cuts down my editing time so that I can get more information out to you guys. So what do? We did channel update, talked about the bane of my existence of getting good fertilization. As you can see, it's ridiculously hot. I seem to time everything right with heat. So this was Romaine in a greenhouse. You can see my convertible greenhouse there. And we're just doing basic boxes. These things hold about 13 kilos worth of lettuce. And you can see the yield's been really nice. What's going on? And then we pack it in through the newspaper like that. Comes out from the field and then turns out into a really nice head of lettuce. So it's been really enjoyable to get these in. And we succession planted it because that one loves lettuce and I love targeting here. So you can see it did really good. We have cabbage in the back. So what we've done is, as soon as a crop gets ready to go, we harvest it and then we move in a new plant right behind it and we just stuff them in the ground. That's only because I spent years building the soil up, and you can see through the mixture that it has a lot of microbials. Even though it did kill my salacious, that was a salacious only bacteria, it doesn't affect other crops, and this is a brassicas. So we're doing brassicas. We had issues with heat, so right now we're testing open air where the air can cut right across the greenhouse, and then we'll try to prevent bolting. Looks like it worked, but you can see these compared to the ones in the field, the greenhouse still vastly outperformed the field even during this heat. Now it could be because we use our wand. You can see that the soil's a lot wetter, has more moisture retention, but it's worked okay. Now it doesn't always work. This might have been harvest, but you can see that for the most part it worked really good. And we're doing crops that normally don't like this type of heat. We're testing cabbage. I got these for free. They were like, hey, here's 3 packs. Thanks for buying a lot of stuff, making us a lot of money. And hey, here you go. Here's a consolation prize for your terrible farming, right? That's always the joke, right? So we took it, we demoed it, because I was already moving over into trying to provide for the family and actually provide a more organic, because I swear that every week that I advertise fresh lettuce, fresh vegetables, fresh peppers, the first question is it organic? And I'll do an aside here, do a rant. Everything can be organic, but due to your environment, whether weather dependent or bug dependent or human dependent, there is going to be some times that you have to make a really tough choice in that crop's life. Not always, but sometimes throughout the season, that you may have to spray some sort of thing. Now we try to use all OMRI, OMRI certified stuff that's already been certified through the organic. But if you're following us in the United States, then you know that there's big battle brewing over what is organic and what is not. My pet peeve is that people are like, I grow organic, but I use plastic mulch. But I can't use plastic mulch that is the cornstarch plastic mulch, which is biodegradable, because it uses chemicals to make it, so it will break down into your soil. But then you can use the regular plastic mulch that's a petroleum product, and you throw it away. And then guess what? You notice we moved away from using plastic mulch because we were just throwing it away. So you might have saved it, but the chances of you reusing that plastic mulch season after season was very few and far between. You could use landscape fabric, maybe, but you're not getting as much benefits. And even at the hottest extreme that we are, we're not having an issue with the soil evaporation. At least I don't think so, that we're not having it. But that goes into my organic rant, is that sometimes when you try to fix a problem, you don't actually fix the problem. So what we do is responsibly farm. So we make sure that we follow all our pre-harvest intervals for sprays if we have to spray, and we only do it at emergency basis. Like we had a bunch of thrip. We weren't selling a bunch of peppers during that time frame because we wanted the plants to metabolize and safely consume that pesticide and fungicide to make sure that we have a future harvest later, right? That's the responsibly farmed thing. And that's how everybody should run any type of business, is that you responsibly look at what you can do. Because again, you are the future of your success. You have control over what you do and how you do it. You don't have control over the environment, the temperature, the politics, whatever goes on, but you can control what you do on your farm. And that's the secret to farming and business. As I said, you just have to watch my channel. Give me a like, subscribe, a share, comment down below, ask me any questions, follow me, then you can definitely grow anything.